Okay, class, hello. So this is compound interest. Now, compound interest is when you put money in the bank and the bank uses interest to either increase the amount you leave in the bank after a few years, right? Or if you borrow money, right, the bank increases the amount that you have to return them after a few years, right? So whenever possible, never borrow money, especially when it's being compounded, especially when it has compound interest. Right, so the formula for compound interest is this formula here, right, where your A is your total amount, okay, your P is your principal, you have 1 plus R over 100 bracket N, right? So from here, your interest is I, okay, your interest is I, your principal sum is P, right, and your interest rate is R, okay. So interest rate is the rate in which the interest is paid, either per year, annum, or annually. Okay, so per year, annum, or annually just means how much the interest is being compounded on the principal every year. Right, so the only formula you need to know is this one. Right, total amount means after how many years, then you look at the total amount, which is your principal, okay, which is your principal plus interest. Okay, your total amount is your principal plus your interest. Principal is the amount that you originally put in. Interest is the amount that you earn by putting your money in the bank. Okay, so look at here. So that means your interest is your total amount minus away the original amount of money that you put in. Okay, but we'll deal with questions like this later. So take for example at the beginning of 2020, Mr. Tan invested 10,000. 10,000 is your principal, okay, because it's the amount of money you put in. Then the bond increases in value by 4%. So 4% is your interest rate, okay, at the start of the year. Now, after that, the value of the saving bonds after 5 years, right, this is the number of years you put inside the bank, okay. So from here, they ask you, calculate the value of the bond, savings bond after 5 years. What does this mean? It means that A, we use our formula, A equals to P bracket 1 plus R over 100 close bracket N. Okay, so our N is 5 years, our P is 1000, so we just replace the alphabets with the numbers. 10,000. 1 plus R is 4%. So remember 4% is your percentage, right? We can write it as 4 over 100. So 4 over 100 and 5 years. Okay, so when you go and calculate in your calculator, 1.04 power 5, right? Then you times 10,000. Okay, you will get 12,166.529. Okay, then they say correct, give your answer correct to the nearest thousand. Nearest thousand, 12000. Right. Then in part B, okay, nearest thousand. So nearest thousand is this place value. So you look at this one. Is it round up, round down? Okay, if it's round down, then everything else becomes 0. So right answer in standard form. So 12,000 becomes 1.2 times 10 to the power of 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Alright. So this is the answer for example 22. Try 22. Okay. Now Pei invests 15,000 in a savings account at interest rate of 3% per annum compounded yearly. Calculate the amount she has in the saving account after 10 years. Okay, give your answer to 3 significant figures. Okay, so from here, we know that this is P. Okay, interest rate is R. Okay, we know it's every year, right, because per annum, and we know it's compounded yearly, right. So from here, we use our formula again. A equals to P 1 plus R over 100 over N. Sorry, this is R. So our P is 15,000, right? Our R is 3. So we put 1 plus 3 over 100. Okay, because 3% is 3 over 100. Our N is 10 years, right? Because we compound yearly and we compound for 10 years. Okay, so we calculate. Now take note, this fraction, right, you can write it as a decimal, which is also 0.03 if it's easier to calculate. Right, I suggest if you can change it to decimal, try to change it to decimal. So 1.03 to the power of 10 multiplied by 15123. Okay, you should get 2158.74. Okay, now they ask you to go for 3 significant. So 1, 2, 3. Look at this number, round up or down. 20200. Okay, then part B, write it in standard form. Your answer will be 1234. 2.02 times 10 to the power of 4. Okay, hope this helps. Okay, moving on. Okay, what example 23? A company borrowed 200,000, okay, from a bank, interest rate 5% per year. But this time they compound monthly, right? So find the interest accumulated after 3 years. Now from here, what you need to do is, your interest rate is 5% per year, okay, but they compound monthly. So that means 12 months, 5%. So 1 month is actually 5% divided by 12. So if I would take 0.05 divided by 12, I actually get 0.004167. Okay, based on this one, I need to find interest accumulated after 3 years, right? So this means, instead of, because I compound monthly, I cannot use 3 years. I need to use 12 months times 3 equals to 36 months. Okay, so my whole working will be A equals to 200,000. 1 plus, okay, now I cannot use 5%. I need to use this one, right? Because I'm compounding monthly, so I need to use the monthly interest rate now. This is the monthly interest rate. Okay, so number N is 36. Okay, so 0.5 divided by 12 plus 1, okay, power of 36 times 200,000. You will get 232,297.200. Right? So I wanted it correct to nearest cent. 232,297.20. Right? from here, okay, I think I made a mistake in class. They said find the interest accumulated. So interest accumulated means you take this total amount here. Okay, you take the total amount here. You minus away the original amount. So my interest will be 232,297.20 minus 200,000. Your answer should be 32,297.20. Okay, so this should be your final answer. Okay, so try 23. Now, this is the last question we did. Oh no, this isn't. Okay, so try 23. Nadia deposited 5,000 into a bank at interest rate of 3.88% per annum. Again, this is compounded monthly, right? So this is per year. So the interest rate is 12 months. 3.88%. 1 month. 3.88% divided by 12. Okay, convert it into decimal. 88 divided by 100, then divide by 12. Right, it will be 0.03233. So this is my interest rate per month. Okay, so I'm going to compound it monthly now. Right, find the interest accumulated after 5 years. So 5 years is 12 times 5, 60 months. Okay, again, this is your P. So total amount 5,000. 1 plus 0.003233, 60 plus 1. Okay, so if you do your calculation, okay, you should get 6,068.46. Okay, correct to the nearest cent. So this will be the nearest cent, right? Because money is always due to DP. So from here we want to find interest accumulated. So I equals to 6068.46 minus your initial amount 1068.46. Okay, so this will be your answer. Okay, moving on. Okay, so this one will be the more difficult one. Right, so let's try to understand it. Now, Kai Lun invested a sum of money. Right, so this sum of money is actually your P. But we don't know how much is it because they didn't state. But we know the interest rate is 12% per year. Right, compound yearly. Okay, so it's given that Kai Lun gets back 2740 after 2 years. Right, this means that 27400 is your A, right, your total amount. What you want to find is your P. Okay, so how much was the sum of money he invested? Alright, this is your P. So we go back to our formula. P bracket 1 plus 4 over 100 over 2 years, 2. Now, we know our A is actually 270400, right? So we multiply 1 plus 0.04 square. Okay, so P bracket 1.0816 270400. Okay, so in order to find P, we need to bring this over to this side. Okay, so this is P times 1.0816. So when you bring it over, is 270 divided by whatever you bring over. Okay, so whatever you bring over always becomes the one at the back. So this means times, right? Because the bracket means times. So when we bring this over, it means you get 270,400 divided by 0.0816. Okay, so whatever you bring over is always at the back. Right, so from times reverse become divide, put at the back. So you get 270,400 divided by 1.0816. Okay, so you get 270,400 divided by, so my answer will be 250,000. Okay, so we are using reverse, we're trying to reverse the process to find out what is P, right? If we know A first. Okay, so going back to try 24, same thing, amount increases by invested a sum of money, right? But they didn't tell you what is it, so we know that it's P. This is our rate, okay? 5 years has accumulated 60,000, so that means your A is 60,000. So what is the initial amount that he invested? Asking for P. So A equals to A is 60,000, we know already. So 60,000 P, 1 plus 4.5 over 100 divided by to the power of 5, right? So again, 4.5 divided by 100 plus 1 power 5. Okay, so we get P 1.246182, 60,000. So again, we know that this is times, right? So but we need to bring this over to find the value of P. So when we bring it over, it always goes to the back. Divide by 1.246182. Right. Okay. So we get 60,000. Sorry, yeah. 60,000 divided by 1.246182. You get 48,147.060381. Correct to two significant figure. So two significant figure means the first two number, you make it round up or round down. Alright, so it's 48,000. Alright, two significant figure. Okay, so for now we stop at this point. Alright, this question. So tomorrow we will carry on. Okay, hopefully this video helps.